They can't keep me silent. Whatever, it happened, and now I'm here. I think it was Akira in the background. I told you, these copyright things, but what doesn't set it off is like very obscure anime, so whatever. But you know what? Can't have visuals in the background. Stupid. It's like bars have things on in the background, Anyway, this is the second stream. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me. That's all. I am cracking a Harney Brothers 10 milligram seltzer. These things are awesome. Too much excitement, right, Paul? Definitely. That last tournament deck, that was pretty dramatic, huh? All right, so you got thumbs up. Awesome. So let's talk about Lorwyn. Are we all excited for Lorwyn? I know freaking people thought Avatar was gonna do something, but this market is not great. I know, Paul, right? I was talking too much smack on freaking parent company of YouTube. Hey, check this out. I had a brand in the other day, and they gave me an arc glider. I never had one of these, but it's pretty cool. It's like a freaking electrical arc right there. I was like, whoa, when I saw that. If I was a kid, I would have been playing with that way too much. But that's sick. You could charge it from a USB and use that. Pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm only buying Lorwyn in 26. Oh, so you are in on it, but you're waiting because you think that the prices will come down. I'm not disagreeing. I think I agree with you, but I also disagree. I think certain things like the play boxes will come down, especially as supply gets there. But I don't know about the collector boxes. I have something in the way, so I can't tilt it down anymore. Whatever, like Super Shredder card will be the only one I get from Turtles. It's like they figured out an awesome formula for when it comes to, like, it's not just the IP. These IPs are excellent. Spider-Man's great. Spider-Man itself is great. The set, Avatar itself is great. The set, and unfortunately that's been kind of like their last few sets have been okay, not great. Like even Edge of Eternities was better, but even then didn't have serialized, and like had a lot of junky reprints. So I don't know. I think they misinterpreted a lot of things. There were very successful things that they did recently and very unsuccessful things. I think they misinterpreted certain things as being successful when they weren't, and didn't quite catch on to the successful things. Such as successful things are rare, hard to hit subsets with special treatments and sometimes special IPs. Specific examples being confetti and emblems, okay? These are awesome cards that have been jumping in value recently. One in every 2 or 3 collector boxes seems to be about right. The only thing I would add on top of that is a serialized couple of cards, maybe 5 cards numbered to 100, and that's it. Those 2 things in a set, you have them both. You now have like the mid chase and the high chase. Then you have everything else be like, not too crazy, and I think you got a decent set, but you got to have those 2 aspects nowadays to drive people getting like crazy about it, because in this market where everything is hyped, like, you know, gold prism rares in sports, we're numbered 1-1 Shohei Ohtani, 200,000, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? People expected Avatar to be crazy as Final Fantasy chase wise, but it wasn't. No, of course, because they just didn't do it right. Like, the Chocobo is very different from Avatar Aang. Get out of here. It's two different planets of chase. Avatar Aang is great and an interesting card, but it's just not of the same caliber as the Chocobo. You know what I mean? Like, ridiculous. Too many secret layers. What that does is it's just Wizards draining money from the value of secondary market cards like Reconnaissance and Constant Mists, cards that had been around for a while and were going up, but like they weren't going to get it into a set soon enough as the value was going up, so they wanted to extract some of that for themselves. That's all. That is all. Straight up. They're just trying to do a little cash grab. And the only way they can get away with it is by having those random cards in the secret layers too, where, like, you know, some secret value can pop up. Secrets are no fun. So yeah, that's about it. I got to do a lot soon, guys. These things are, times are getting crazy, and you know, just trying to keep up. Yeah, spark him if you got him. Exactly right. Anyway, so we spoke about Lorwyn. I think it's gonna be sick. I do like the idea of Lorwyn coming back. I do think that they're gonna have a nice, like, subset of reprints. You need that. That's part of it. Like the confetti cards, it's a nice subset, you know? A subset is needed. There's gonna be one in Lorwyn, but a card numbered to 500 is not it. We've already seen this. It's another Ether Spark. It's another $1,000 card. That's it. And then, like, yeah, that's good and all, but it's not competitive and commiserate with the crazy bangers, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna land, honestly, Lorwyn. But I mean, I like it. I have a few boxes coming. I think I have 3 boxes and 3 play boxes, something like that. I'm not trying to go nuts, but yeah, I'm trying to get a couple of boxes and open them. I like the fact that it's Rebecca Gay art. Like, that's pretty sick. You know, we don't get to see that type of stuff too often nowadays when it comes to newer sets. Let's see, doesn't know where the sweet spot is between print run price and chase cards. Pokemon does, but they sell out far too quick. Yeah, well, then isn't that the point? Selling out quick creates that exclusivity and that desire. Yep. I'm very happy that we're getting some real classic type art coming back to one of the chase cards in this upcoming set. Like, that's cool. Like, that was one thing that I liked about the Ether Spark, or the Mox Jasper. Crappy card, but awesome, you know, art harkening back to the original Moxes, like old school frame. Very cool, you know, like, could have done without the, you know, the suckiness of the card itself, though, right? Yeah, but this is it. I was thinking of sitting near Ash, but, you know, dude's freaking sleeping. I don't want to bother him, but you know, that's it. Freaking guy is in rough shape. Oh, we got effects here. Let's see if I can give myself extra eyes. Ew, that's weird, huh? No, let's not do that. Stop cans. How you doing, man? We're just smoking in the car, chilling. So But anyway, I appreciate the comments, you guys. Like, I read them all the time. I don't respond a lot nowadays because, you know, freaking time. It does take a lot of time. But I read every single comment every time one of you guys comment. So trust that. Oh, man. Anyway, freaking anybody got some interesting plans for the holidays? I'm not doing much, just, you know, do the same old traditional thing, hang out with some family, nothing crazy. I'm gonna be around. I think I'm gonna try and do another live stream closer to the holidays. Yeah, you're right, Epiphany, you're right. They do it really cool. It's different. It's different. They have their own styles too, which is awesome. Definitely. But yeah, so that's what's coming up. I don't know what the box break for next month is gonna be for patrons. We'll have to see with that as the month develops. I'll be keeping my eyes out and looking for something and or making a decision about some type of box that I have, maybe. I don't know. I have far too many boxes as is and need to open some or, you know, break some, whatever, you know? All the things. I've been thinking about, you know what I've been thinking about, actually? I've been thinking about doing what I've been planning for years, since 2019 and Throne of Eldraine. I've been buying collector blisters for every single collector's edition. Originally, I was buying 5, so I could open one of each one twice and still have 3. But that got so expensive and, like, you know what I mean? So I now have 3 at the very least of all the recent ones, and, like, I've been, you know, cutting down on some of them. So there's 3 of all of them. I was thinking of opening 1 of all of them. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I have a few extra of, like, some nice ones, like special edition Lord of the Rings. I have a couple extra. Same thing with Fallout. So that's nice. But yeah, I was thinking of opening those. I don't know when I would do that, though, because that is, like, gonna take a time commitment if you think about it. It's like 50, 60 packs at this point, 50, 60 sets of collector's edition. So, like, that's gonna take a minute. That's a lot of packaging, like, you know. It is different because think about it. Who has ever opened one of every collector pack up until this point? I mean, somebody has done it probably before, but especially of blisters, you know. I miss the days when you could buy random card lots off of eBay and so I didn't know what they had, or looking through boxes at a flea market, Epiphany. Like, everybody is, like, has binders and individual prices, and I asked them, how are we pricing this, you know, like, what do you want for it? And oh, it's always TCG. I love the guys who ask for TCG market mid. Somebody said. All right, Stefan. All right. I've done a few first things here on this channel. We were the first to look at neon ink cards in black lights. Yeah, that was a first here. And now everybody's doing it. I've seen recently a picture on Facebook of somebody doing it. I'm like, you don't even know, man. But yeah, it's all good. Anyway, yeah, thanks for coming by, guys. This is you know, it was a decent stream. I've been enjoying it. Have you guys been enjoying it? You know, like, we don't stream too often anymore because nobody's breaking stuff. So you would do it. What would you do, Stefan? I am freaking, I don't know what you're referring to is all. The one of every collector edition pack? I don't know. Anyway, it is you know, it's been a lot lately, guys. Like, I'm a little bit all over the place, like, a lot on my mind. Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. I'm gonna do it, Stefan. It's just a matter. So the problem was originally my plan was like they're gonna cancel this just like every other thing they make, and when it's done, that's when I'll open them. So I've been waiting for them, like not to. I know that when they cancel collector's edition, it's not just gonna go away, it's gonna evolve into a different product, because that's what happens really. Yes, they cancel products, but they evolve into other ones. But one day there's no longer gonna be a collector's edition, and that's when I was gonna open one of every collector's edition. However, that day is seeming further and further in the future as we progress into this market. So that's why I started thinking about doing it recently. Yeah. I mean, it's different, you know. I've always been one for, yeah, I'm sure they did, Old World. I'm sure they did. You too, Soft Guns. I'm glad you came by, man. Like, it's not often we get our Euro friends, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember you being a European dude, visitor from across the pond. Take care, Stop, man. It's good to have you here, bro. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate coming by the flea market videos, all that stuff, you know, like the openings. Yeah, good stuff, dude. But yeah, flea market's done for the year. It's too cold and it snowed. Don't think they can put the genie back in the bottle. Yeah, you know, shit back in donkey doesn't work. Bell unrung? Nope. Yo, so at the shop, we got something sick. Okay, so we have an infused Nutella. Freaking awesome. Okay, and then they came out with a product that sold out 2 months before it came out. And freaking, that's crazy for a cannabis product in New York. It was a pistachio spread infused as well. 11 roses. Hello. What? Nutella, the Canatella? 226, 326. Oh, gotcha. Britain, Germany. Gotcha. Oh, really? Yeah, it's freaking awesome, man. Like, I had peanut butter in a wrap with that Nutella, and it's like a peanut butter cup wrap. It's freaking so sick. Yeah, if there's one thing about this job is I got to try a lot of interesting random ass freaking products. Like, you know, one day I will quit, you know, smoking. And one of the things that's gonna help me is edibles. And not all edibles work for all people every time. It's truly a personal thing. So, you know, finding a product that works for you is kind of it's tough, and it's a valuable thing to find because it's expensive, you know. All this stuff is expensive. Yes, the edibles. Yeah. I just got some infused Bloody Mary mix. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that idea. A Bloody Mary. Yes, I like a good Bloody Mary. When I go to, like, when I'm on vacation and I have breakfast at like a diner or something, and I love to have like a good diner, you know? That's when I like a good Bloody Mary. Or like if I'm in a casino or some shit, Bloody Mary's a good one. That's like I'm a salty, savory snack, guys. Give me some cheese over some, like, you know, candy any day. Yeah, you know what I mean. Some like some cured meats, some jamon iberico, like some sick stuff like that, yo. Yeah, that's where it's at. It's funny that YouTube got mad at me before and killed my previous stream. Yeah, Stefan, it's very personal. I've found with edibles, and you know, I've found also the same thing. Like, some people put such weight into whether something is a sativa or indica, and for some people, it really has that effect. But other people, it's more like powerful weed is powerful weed, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter sativa, you know, hybrid, indica. It just is strong, and like, it's interesting to see the difference. We had hash cakes and watch everything back at uni. It was awesome. I got the hot cake and we need to do weed jerky. That's a good one. I was thinking of some stuff, but yeah. They're making a mega sandwich. Don't forget the olives. Actually, I was thinking of having some of the Nutella and, like, you know, having a nighttime snack like that. I did just get. I bought one of the pistachio ones. That tells you how good it is. You know what I mean? I don't buy many products at this point, and yeah, I bought that. Totally a sick product, and I don't know if that's the last one that I'm gonna buy. And like, I got some sick stuff for this holiday. I got a coconut oil, I got chocolate bars, and I got Nutella. And I was thinking of making some crazy ass cookies. Is all I could say. Like, those would be ridiculous, you know. But yeah, I mean, munchies. Like, the problem is I'm an old man, so like, it's disappointing when I go to like all you can eat or something, because it's just like it's not worth it anymore. I have a couple of things and I'm like, I'm full, I'm old, can't eat. It's very, it's depressing, because in the vigor of youth I would freaking crush one of those places, make them go like bankrupt. Oh, shush, Paul, shush you. I don't have my clip in here. Yes, Paul, we get it. But you at least get a good night's sleep nowadays, okay? I'm having some rough sleeps. Oh, these kids, they're beating me up. Hey, who's going to MagicCon this year? I am planning on, I believe it is in November, Atlanta. So yeah, like the wife wants to go and make it a family trip. So who's going? Is anybody going to Atlanta? Like, that's enough time to plan too, you know. Road trip with the old bag and so dark side talk too. Yes, exactly. I will send you a walker. Yeah, 4 hours a night. Yeah, right. Besides for the kids getting up. What, Alanza, you're lucky. Yeah, Stefan. I think we're gonna try and do it as a family vacation. That is, if everything is working out and whatnot. Infused chocolate syrup is really good too. You can put it on an ice cream or make chocolate milk. Ooh, chocolate milk. Oh, bro, that'd be kind of dangerous for me. I love chocolate milk. Who doesn't, man? Okay, I am a salty snack, guys, but chocolate. Come on. Come on, nah. And like, when I said sweets, like, you know, like gummies, they just don't do it for me like something like the Nutella or the pistachio or chocolate does, you know? I'm still kicking out with me, dude. Hot lads and Paul. Don't talk about that. Don't talk like that, bro. Just say I'll see you. I'll see you in November. Shit, man. This guy, mad serious. Ugh. You know, I haven't had a rough enough week with the dog. Can't make me freaking. Oh yeah. I get like 4 or 5 hours and make sure I nap a lot during the day. I gotta get 8 hours somehow. It's good for your brain. Exactly. I was 68 in November. So, you know, that's a good number. You know, look at 86 is like a good number to get to. I want to see if I could get there, which is like, I gotta stop freaking smoking to get there, you know? I'm gonna have to get to edibles sooner rather than later, because boy, oh boy, it is something, you know? 80's not bad. 80's not bad too. My grandmas, both of them lived to their mid 90s, but my grandpas died in the mid 60s. So it's like, uh-oh. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it makes me nervous as hell. And not just like for me anymore, but for the babies, you know? Existential Ed. This is Edsistential. There you go. And by the way, this is some good weed right here. Dada Exotics. Very good stuff. Same for my grandparents. Oh, like older, the ladies lived older than your grandfathers. Yes. Yes. Existential crises while hotboxing my car. Don't worry, it's just a midlife crisis real quick, like. This is like insomnia type of thoughts as I lay there. And like, it's not like, you know, you sleep with the babies, you put them to bed, but then like they wake up in the middle of the night and you just want to sleep. So it's like, fine, come lay down with us and I'll go back to sleep, right? I think it's because it's like lazy and easy to do. And like the sleep training, yes, they'll sleep till like 4 a.m., but then you got to pick them up eventually. So then eventually I'm laying there and I got one on one side and one on the other side, all snuggled against me. And I'm like, this is lovely and all, but like I got to move my like, and you know, like when you can't do something, that's like when you got to do it. Like that's when you start to itch. Or that's when something hurts and you gotta move, and like and it becomes like a prison, like a coffin sometimes. And then I don't want to move because I don't want to wake them up. So it's like it's like this whole thing, man. I wish I could get weed reliably. I wouldn't snort too much, but every now and then it's good to take the edge off. You know, actually, that's one of the things that helps me sleep is certain edibles nowadays. I've found some actually that do well for. It doesn't help me get to sleep. However, once I am asleep, it helps create a deeper sleep where I can stay asleep better. So that is helpful. Some of these CBN products. Just got wrapped up filming. Do you think we'll get a secret lair for it? You know, and see, that's part of the problem, Chalupa. It's not like Spaceballs or anything. It's the fact that they're doing these IPs as like promotional work. It's not like it's you know, anything other than, oh, this is coming out soon. Like, you know, Fallout and then the show were very close. Hey, Solar God, how you doing? Like, all this stuff is freaking quasi promotions, you know? It's kind of weird. But, you know, I'm curious about the Hobbit set. It could either be a home run or a total disappointment, right? Because, like, how sick were the Lord of the Rings sets? It's just a shame that Lord of the Rings Special Edition came at the bottom of the market, the near bottom, right? And it was like when they did stuff like serialize or reprint the hardest cards to pull from the previous set, the Surge foil, lands and stuff like that when they reprinted them in like surge foil, but they weren't as hard to, you know what I mean? Like it threw things off and it was weird and everybody was like, so yeah, unfortunate timing on that. When is Hollywood going to start creating new stuff rather than constantly digging up old franchises? I know, and some things like you kind of want to see, but you kind of don't. You know, I was talking to the wife about stuff like this, and when they do it right, it's good. Like, and this was years ago though, so this doesn't even count as like the modern wave of doing that. This is like more original. They did Train Spotting too, and like what's great about that is the movie was 20 years older, the actors were 20 years older, and the characters in the story were 20 years older, and this was their story picked up again. And like that's why it was a great sequel and like a reboot almost, because like who does another movie 20 years later, you know? So like, yeah, Train Spotting 2, great movie. I think it had the same feel in the right way as the original. I mean, yes, they tried hard here and there, but like there were moments where it wasn't as good, and they were clearly trying to work on your nostalgia from the first one. However, despite those, it had its own flavor and the flavor of the original too. So yes, I did like it. But Train Spotting 1, talk about a freaking moment in history. It's like Godzilla, how everyone forgets he died. You're right, Paul. True, I only snag secret layers if they have Ave cards like the Street Fighter 2 set. True. Original Star Wars cut in cinema. I saw that the OG one celebration. Can't wait for Lorwyn. I doubt it can save Standard though. Last few months have been rough. Yeah, this market is very rough for everybody, and this is like what I was saying when people were happy that Spider-Man failed. It's like, but why? Because we're pushing more towards this point where we are now, where it's not a great market, and like it's tough to see us coming out of that like kind of slump. You know, we're in the sludge now, guys, and yes, Spider-Man wasn't great, but fueling the fire to help push it further downhill didn't help with our current situation. And our current situation being everyone's collections has decreased in value because of where the market is. I have boxes, sealed collector's edition boxes that are 30-40% down. Vintage is gonna rise again. I wish. I didn't want it to fail, but at the same time I couldn't promote it. Stefan, I mean, look, you're just a guy, you know, I get it. You're just a guy with your opinion, but it's not like you made a million videos talking shit on it. I'm not talking about you, man. I mean, I know how much you hated it, but like, there are people who made video after video after video, like, you know, about how bad it is. So like, that's a different story, man. You know, like me, look, as with Spider-Man and things recently, I've just been trying to be more positive. I know a lot of people enjoy a lot of things, and I am not trying to take that down for them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I let other people be negative if they want to be, you know, like, and I get it, and I'm not trying to talk crap on their logic or their reasoning. I'm just trying to look to the positive nowadays. So I tend to look at what is good in a thing instead of what is bad about a thing. That's all. It's just you know, I'm trying to do that. Put it that way. That's why we have you, Paul. Straight up, man. You know, I'm good with that. All right. We got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna finish this drink before I bounce out. Universes Beyond, big miscalculation from WotC, in my opinion. You know what it is? It's like drugs. If you gave it to us once a year, made it real freaking memorable and awesome, and we had a great time with one set, we'd really, really want it the next year. You give someone the same thing all the time and just the same old boring situation, they're just not gonna freaking feel it as much and or enjoy it as much. That's all. That's kind of what it comes down to. Final Fantasy success comes from Pokemon scalpers. Yes, I can agree to that too. Especially part of it. They definitely drove it. So every standard. Yo, Bobby. I think people are figuring out too much about the current dip. I think so too, Bob. It's not a permanent thing. We've been through this before. You know, you're an OG, I'm an OG. It is another slump. That's all. People are down on WotC's money grabbing, secondary market killing tactics. Spider-Man was just a set that came along when people wanted to verbalize their displeasure. Could have been any set. Yeah, you're right, Bob. Just market noise. Everything does tend to ratchet upward and forward. And you're right too, Epiphany. There were plenty of things that could have taken the Spider-Man set. It doesn't matter that it was Spider-Man. It could have been freaking Batman or any other of the mans. You know what I mean? It just happened to be Spider-Man. And like I said, I've said this in many videos. The way that they do things where everything changes in every set. Like the chase, the serialized, how many there are, how they design the freaking subsets, what type of reprints are in the subsets, how they do their special treatments, how often they are, so on and so forth. They change everything in every set, okay? How are you going to learn something from that? It's freaking chaos, man. Like, you think a set is successful, right? And you try to emulate it, and you pick and choose things that made that set special, and you know, you might be picking and choosing the wrong things because you didn't freaking do a systematic approach. So now WotC has no freaking clue what they're doing. They're creating this set, that set. They're changing the serialized. Now it's a freaking what's it called? A highlight rare like Solthera, and freaking the Soul Stone isn't numbered for some reason. You know, like. But it's as rare as a chocobo, apparently. And now we're going to have 500 again with Lorwyn. It's like, and where was Avatar's serialized? We had neon chocobos, but we had no neon Spider-Man, but we had costumes. You know, get out of here. Get out of here. You didn't learn anything. It's a mess. Spider-Man will get appreciation in a couple of years. Epiphany. That freaking Soulstone, I can't even. I agree with you. Too much is all bad. Simplification of magic. Too complicated. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. The return. Oh, Bob. I know. It's not going to happen. Marvel something exactly that will never happen again. I know, Bob. We spoke about this. That's like one of the biggest shifts in Magic in terms of like supporting background and lore and depth to the game was the blocks and the story and like how it evolved and the flow of the sets and like how, you know, like I showed you before, like the packaging and the theme and like the art styles and things like this used to match for 3 sets in a row, and it used to follow the arc of a story, and it was more interesting than every set is different. You know what I'm saying? Even even the 2-set blocks where it's like up then down, like Battle for Zendikar, Oath of the Gatewatch, Kaladesh, Ether Revolt, you know? So like even that was better because you had a chunk of time devoted to something, and now it's just a freaking mishmash. And like it's a mishmash of rehashes and like other people's IP. By sorcery, I don't know. I like it. I just can't get behind it. He said they won't do blocks again because the first set in a block would sell well, then the second set mediocre, the third was a poor seller. I can agree. I can see that, you know, because like look at Urza's Destiny. What a great set, but barely saw any of that back in the day. Hey, there's Sean. We used to get novels that came with promo cards to support each block. Chalupa Cabra. Rosif. I have the first 18 fat packs sealed with the novels in them, with the die in them, with the promos in them. If up to War of the Spark was Bronze Age. What is the collector box age called? The Modern Age? The age of freaking the chase? I don't know. Like, it's weird. It's a weird time, man. I don't know. And I don't know how much longer the market can support. Like, I'm talking about the general market can support these types of luxury goods in like the volume that they're being pushed. Like, I don't know. It seems kind of crazy, you know? So like Intel makes chips, right? But it also invests, or like NVIDIA makes chips, right? But it also invests in companies that that like have AI or this or that, or provide services or data storage, you know? And then the crazy thing is that the deal in getting those chips is like you gotta buy it from us, you gotta buy those chips from us, you know? So it's like they're investing in a company who's gonna buy chips back from them, so, and then both of them count it as profit on their side. So like this is happening left and right in AI. So this crazy bubble that's out there is kind of nuts. I don't know if you guys are up on that stuff, but yeah, the whole market is crazy right now. I have every book. Nice. I would even love block sets to separate them by 1 year. You said the blocks, they don't have to be consecutive. I get that, Bob, and that's kind of like Lorwyn, not Lorwyn, Eldraine, right? I guess Iron Age, but yeah, you see the price of DDR5 memory. Yeah, and that's not changing for 2 years either, Solar God. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, but anyway, guys, I am gonna run. My drink is done. My smoke is done. Mercadian Masques is done. I will try to get live again before the holidays to, you know, say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all the fun stuff we like to do. There will always be a, you know, stream next month. There will be a box break as well next month. They're just gonna, you know, gotta wait to see what that is. I might have some type of battle or something, you know, might be something newer, might be something older. We'll see what happens by then. Otherwise, thank you for coming. I will see you soon. This channel is going to evolve a little bit. I don't know where to. Check it out in the next coming week. I think I'm gonna make Saturday my main video day of the week, and I have a collection buy coming up. So yes, take care. Yes, exactly, Bob. It's like drugs as well. Don't freaking overdose. Take your time and take it slow. I said hi to your husband at the store today. Alrighty then. Hold on a second, everybody. This is interesting. You did, huh? Please Tell me about this. For I would like to know. Oh boy. Jesus for Sinners. I like the name though. Like, that's a good one. I'm curious where this is going. Come on, don't leave me hanging. Tell me. Just as I was about to go, you like really, there wasn't much that was gonna keep me here right then and there, but that you got me. He said he knew you and told me to watch your show tonight. At my shop, my husband. What? Hey, man. Oh, wait, what'd you say, Bob? Everyone spend irresponsibly. Oh my God, Bob. I thought you were being like a responsible man, Bobby. I told him I would and treat him right. All right, no doubt. Oh, are you talking about? No, because this guy doesn't know. Jesus, you don't know where I work because he's the first time I've ever seen you. And I don't think any of them know that I'm going live tonight there at the shop. I don't think you're talking about the same shop. I have a very distinct feeling that you're not talking about. Yeah, so anyway, very interesting, and you really you threw me for one. I gotta say, thank you for making me stay a couple more minutes and being curious. I'm not often that curious, so yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Definitely threw me for a loop. You know, I don't know how to wrap it up, so I'll just say peace.